Welcome to TV20 News. I'm Dan Monroe. Thanks for being with us. Let's take a look at what's coming up.
Constantino's, Simply Foods, City Foods, Simply Fresh, all these other markets that maybe people aren't as familiar about that still have, produce and food options.
With the downtown Heinen's closing, we take a look at other options for Clevelanders to get access to fresh foods.
Visit any city in America or anywhere in the world, public art is a natural draw to bring more foot traffic to any neighborhood, any city.
Turning city streets into safer, more vibrant spaces. How Cleveland was chosen as a part of the Asphalt Art Initiative and what it means for downtown. Soccer and poetry. This after-school program helps Cleveland kids build confidence on and off the field. We take you inside Cleveland's scores, where students are staying active and finding their voice along the way. Clevelanders who live and work downtown are adjusting to the recent news that Heinen's grocery store will soon be closing. While that change is significant, there are still resources available to help people get access to fresh, local food. Joining us now is Ian Meadows, social media and project manager with Downtown Cleveland, Inc. Ian, thank you so much for joining me.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me.
The closing of Heinen's has been on the minds of a lot of downtown residents. What are you hearing at Downtown Cleveland, Inc., and how are you hoping to fill that gap?
So of course, it's a pretty big disappointment for everybody in the community, for us at Downtown Cleveland Inc., for the residents. As a downtown resident myself, it's a big disappointment to lose this walkable grocery store that we have here. But really, one of our key priorities is to ensure that, we highlight all the other amazing options that we do still have downtown between, other grocery stores, Constantino's, Simply Foods, City Foods, Simply Fresh, all these other markets that maybe people aren't as familiar about that still have, produce and food options. So not only are we trying to promote that, but again, we're working hard with the city, with stakeholders, with the community members and residents to really find, a replacement and bring in, another big full service grocery store that's affordable and accessible for downtown.
Well, one option that people have here is the Public Square Farmers Market. What is that? What can people expect there?
So we are loving the Public Square Farmers Market. We just started it this year, so it's a brand new activation. And we've recently announced it's extending through October. So again, another way to provide, fresh produce and options. So every Thursday from 4 to 7 p.m. in Public Square, you can stop by, shop from a variety of local vendors. Again, produce, artisan goods, different grocery items, food trucks, there's live music, there's a bar. So not only can you go and, stock up your pantry for the week, but also, hang out, grab your friends and coworkers and have a fun little happy hour experience.
And can people use their EBT and SNAP benefits at these farmers markets?
They can, which is even better. So again, making it affordable and accessible to go and get your produce and your groceries.
But like you said, it's not just a place for the fresh produce. Activities, farmers or food, vendor trucks, things like that. Talk about more on that.
We got it all. Yeah, part of it obviously is to provide options for people to get food and groceries. But, part of our goal is to build a sense of community here in downtown Cleveland. And so by giving people, a reason and an excuse to get outside, go to Public Square, downtown's Central Park, we really want to make it a fun experience. So again, have it be lively, have it be fun and exciting with music and bars and food trucks, someplace that you want to go and hang out at for a couple hours and just enjoy the city in the summertime.
What else should Clevelanders know about accessing food here in downtown?
There's a lot of options really that, again, I don't think people really know about. All sorts of different markets around. Our website, downtowncleveland.com, has an entire shop section where you can go and you can filter groceries, convenience stores. You can really see where all these different locations are. So again, there are other options that you can get. The farmers market, again, is a big boost. And again, behind the scenes, our team is working really hard to fill in the gaps and ensure there's walkable, affordable grocery options for everybody.
While I'm thinking about it, tell me a bit about Downtown Cleveland, Inc. What's your mission? What's your goal?
Essentially, we work from the sidewalk to the skyline and everything in between. So anything that really affects downtown and ways to make it a better place to invest, to live, to work in, to visit, that's our goal. We want it to be clean, safe, and welcoming. We want there to be free and accessible programming. We want to support all the amazing businesses and entrepreneurs that are here, or maybe ones that want to come here and open up their business. So really anything that can make downtown Cleveland a stronger neighborhood, that's what we're here for.
Now you say you live in downtown. What's your go-to place for some great food that you like to get?
Ooh, that's a tough question. There's so many places. Top of mind, actually last night, I was just at Cordelia. So that's a great spot. East 4th has so many amazing restaurants. For good rooftop drinks, there's, Bar 32 at the Hilton, the Flats, Alley Cat Oyster Bar, Collision Bend. There's so many amazing restaurants here. It's hard to pick just one, so you got to rotate through them all.
Well, going back then to finalizing here with the markets, remind people where they are, when they are, how they can get access to them.
Yeah, so the Publisher Farmers Markets are every Thursday all the way through October now from 4 to 7 p.m. So stop by every week. There'll be a couple of vendors that are there every week. There's also a rotating selection. The food trucks are different. The musicians are different. So again, it's just a really fun experience in the middle of the city.
All right, well, check it out. Ian Meadows, Downtown Cleveland Inc. Thank you so much for joining me.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
The Rec League Baseball Championships are starting up, and TV20 is primed and ready to bring you all the base-stealing, touch-'em-all-time action. You can always catch the games right here on TV20 or on our TV20 YouTube page. And while you're waiting for this year's games to be posted, you can also watch the previous year's games as well. As always, be sure to hit that subscribe button. What do writing poetry, community service, and the game of soccer all have in common? A lot, especially if you're one of the many CMSD students who take part in the Cleveland Scores program. Cleveland Scores is a free after-school program that uses soccer, poetry, and service learning to empower students and help them realize their academic, social, and physical potential.
Here in Cleveland, we are currently serving primarily the Cleveland Public Schools. So that's right now, anywhere from 12 to 14 Cleveland schools have our program during the school year. And then 1 charter school and 2 inner-city Catholic schools have programming.
Besides summer programming, Cleveland Scores Executive Director Allison Black says they do 22 weeks of after-school programming comprised of 2 days of soccer and 2 days of literacy.
Coaches who are teachers in the school are running the program, making sure that kids are showing up, they have good attendance, and then we end the fall season with a poetry slam. So about 300 and some 3rd, 4th, and 5th graders show up to Cleveland State and they perform poems they've written as a team. And then in the spring, they have to do a service learning project.
So how does soccer tie in with poetry and community service? Allison says the program as a whole is centered around child development.
So we use soccer as the hook, but our main focus is the youth development piece. So we want the kids to learn, 1, self-esteem about themselves, that they can be part of a team, to do the literacy component.
So now we learned a bit how Cleveland Scores works. Let's learn how Cleveland Scores plays. To do that, I spoke to 2 of their poet athletes. Soon-to-be 6th grader Michaela Hall has been a part of the Cleveland Scores program for 2 years. She says she loves giving back to the community the most.
Not a lot of people have what we have, and it's a tough community.
Okay. What are some of the fun things you've worked on on your community service?
We did a camp food drive, and we sent all the food to Greater Cleveland Food Bank.
When not working on drills on the soccer field, Isabel Umpierre is working on stanzas in the classroom. Isabel is a star poet who shines during their annual poetry slams.
A poetry slam is where different schools write a big poem, and then there's an individual poet athlete, and they write their own poem.
What's the best part for you about writing poetry?
Expressing how I feel in words.
If Cleveland Scores is available at your school, you can sign up for this free after-school program right away. But don't take my word for it.
You should join because you can do a lot more things than what you can in other places. You have more games every Thursday, and you can have fun as you do the community part.
You should really join. It's a good way to communicate with people, and it's a good way to learn about the different types of poetry.
For more information on Cleveland Scores, visit their website at clevelandscores.org.
This is something you don't experience like looking at art on a wall where you can just take it all in at once. This is an experience that happens as you move through the project.
Turning pavement into public art. Next on TV20 News, how a creative project is making streets safer while bringing new life to downtown Cleveland.
For 40 years, TV20 has been Cleveland's window into local government, community stories, and the people who make our city strong. From City Hall to neighborhood events, from public meetings to powerful stories of hope, service, and progress, TV20 has proudly documented Cleveland's journey. Today, we celebrate 4 decades of informing, educating, and connecting residents. As we honor our past, we look ahead to the future with renewed purpose, fresh storytelling, and a deeper commitment to civic engagement. TV20, we are Cleveland.
There's a new mural in downtown Cleveland, but it's not on a wall or building. To see it, you must simply look down. I learned all about how the Asphalt Art Initiative made its way to Cleveland.
So Asphalt Art Initiative is run through Bloomberg Philanthropies. It's a grant program that's available to select cities across North America to transform streets while embracing arts and culture. We were one of 10 cities selected in the most recent grant round, so we're very proud to bring this resource and partnership to the city of Cleveland.
The mural is located in downtown Cleveland in the area of Prospect, Huron, and East 9th. It's a small part of a larger initiative from Mayor Justin Bibb called the Shore to Core to Shore Initiative, which aims to attract people to all aspects Cleveland has to offer.
We're now focused on the core of the city and really thinking about ways to engage and bring community down to the core of our city. And so what better way to do that than having art as a way to convene and collect and create a sense of space and belonging for our residents, our business owners, as well as neighborhoods and folks that come from across the city.
While the art certainly brightens up the street, it serves another purpose.
We also know that the intersection of East 9th and Prospect is not comfortable for pedestrians. There's some crash history here.
The City of Cleveland has been working on a different traffic pattern in the area, with the Asphalt Art Initiative also aiming to create a safer and more comfortable experience for pedestrians.
You can sort of see new sidewalk lines created as part of this traffic engineering solution for traffic flow and safety improvements. And then the art infuses that with meaning, with placemaking, with vibrancy to truly carve out that space for people.
I also got to speak with the artist Ryan Jenke. He told me this was a different sort of project for him and that community members actually helped him paint this piece. Okay, I am here with artist Ryan Jenke. Ryan, it's really good to see you today.
See you too.
Tell me about your process behind this asphalt art project.
The concept for this piece was set forth by the city of Cleveland. We wanted to focus on the city's relationship with its waterways, specifically Lake Erie and the Cuyahoga River. So what you're seeing here is a project inspired by the past and future of Cleveland waterways. As we transition from an industrial to a post-industrial city and the way the city's evolving around our waterways, and we're providing more opportunities for people to move about and explore the city in a whole new way.
When you come across maybe a blank wall, a blank canvas, or in this case, a blank road, does it fill you with a little bit of, I don't know, panic or fright? Like, what am I going to do here? Or is there a lot of preparation that makes it an easy process?
It does. I think the panic the panic inducement is first. It's always the response. It's like how a performer feels stage fright. Mm-hmm. Looking at a blank anything is always an intimidating part of the process. But luckily we had assistance from an architectural firm called Street Plans, who provided a very detailed and accurate map of the location. And so from there, I was able to develop the art using their layout.
Okay. Well, talk to me about the art specifically for this project. I see a lot of different shapes and winds and things like that.
Yeah, so the art itself is meant to be reflective of Cleveland's waterways and the architecture and the infrastructure around it.
But it's more than art. It's aimed to improve, let's say, street safety and really to bring more foot traffic to downtown Cleveland. How does it make you feel to be a part of all that?
Oh, it feels great. I'm such an advocate for public art. I don't think there's ever enough public art, but as you visit any city in America or anywhere in the world, public art is a natural draw to bring more foot traffic to any neighborhood, any city.
And you have art all over the city, including downtown's main avenue, and it's been seen all over the place. How is this project different from those?
This project is different because of its scale. We're close to 8,000 square feet of coverage. And this is something you don't experience like looking at art on a wall where you can just take it all in at once. This is an experience that happens as you move through the project. And I think that's a really, really unique way to experience public art.
So Ryan, art elicits emotion from people, elicits a certain response. What do you hope people take away from your project over here, the Asphalt Art Project?
I hope people take away a feeling of this is a place that we can walk, we can socialize, we can explore. The art really is just another layer to the history and to the story of the Gateway District.
So Ryan, I understand that this whole project was a community-driven project. A lot of community artists involved with this.
That's right. So we started off with 2 rounds of community meetings to explain the project and to give community feedback. And then from there, we created an online sign-up form to bring on community volunteers. We received close to 400 emails for participation. We weren't unfortunately able to take on all 400 people, but we had several dozen show up and help us get moving on this project.
Well, Ryan, it's beautiful. I think this is the first street mural I've ever seen actually on the street, on the road. So this looks fantastic. I think this will be here for generations to enjoy.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Cleveland students had the chance to learn some new skills at one of the city's recreation centers. Cleveland Drones, a drone service provider, offered a 6-week course to students called Sky Academy, teaching them the ins and outs of operating drones. The students also learned about the different types of jobs offered to those with drone licenses.
You could use them to check out different spots that you can't go on feet. You could use it for emergency, just taking pictures too.
For 6 weeks, we had 2 instructors come out every week for about an hour with Earl B. Turner. They kind of went along with to show what we do for drone services with the kids here. You are learning how to fly, you're doing simulation, you are learning what you can do with that particular drone.
Any technology that's the future, I think that we should bring our kids on, and we got to get them excited about something that's going to play such a big role in our lives in the future. So we are very excited. I'm forever grateful for Cleveland Drones for bringing this educational process to Earl B. Turner.
You can learn more about Cleveland Drones or the Sky Academy at clevelanddrones.org. Next on TV20, if you're looking for a new job, the Ohio State Highway Patrol is looking to fill positions. We sit down with a trooper to learn about career opportunities and how to get connected.
We are Cleveland.
We are Cleveland.
We are Cleveland.
We are Cleveland. We are Cleveland.
We are Cleveland.
We are Cleveland.
We are Cleveland.
We are Cleveland.
We are Cleveland and proud of it.
If you're looking for your next opportunity or maybe a fresh start, our employment segment today features job openings with the Ohio State Highway Patrol. Joining me right now, Ohio State Trooper Josh Smith. Trooper Smith, thank you so much for joining me.
Thanks for having me. I appreciate this opportunity.
Tell us your role with the Ohio State Patrol. What's your role there?
I've been employed with the division now 14 years, currently assigned to our Office of Recruitment. It's a great opportunity for us to get out into the communities. We love the opportunity to meet with individuals, talk to them about what this career can be for them and the impacts and opportunities they have for them.
Besides being a trooper, what are some of the other jobs available with the Ohio State Highway Patrol?
Yeah, absolutely. So one of the most unique parts of the patrol is the different roles and responsibilities officers can have. We have officers out on the road constantly, investigating crashes, stopping, helping, assisting motorists, etc. But there's also other roles within. It could be anything from our aviation section. You could be an academy instructor, plainclothes investigators, So there's a multitude of roles throughout the division that are not your stereotypical trooper that would be out on the side of the interstate handling calls and crashes, which is a big part of what we do, but there are those other opportunities as well.
So let's talk about the qualifications and who should apply. Do you have to have a background in law enforcement to apply?
Minimum qualifications appeal to a lot of people. It's a high school diploma or GED, a valid driver's license. You do have to be a U.S. citizen. Then you also have to be between the ages of 20 and 39. When it comes to the experience requirement, all the individuals that we hire are provided the opportunity to attend our training academy, which is located in Columbus. That would be a approximately 6-month training academy where you would be trained on all the skills and requirements necessary to become a state trooper.
Well, that training, I'm sure it's got to be tough. It's got to be strenuous. What does training actually look like?
Yes, so it's about 6 months long, like I mentioned. You're trained in a multitude of aspects that are needed to be a successful officer. With that being said, though, it is difficult. The career has its difficulties, but it trains you, prepares you for that. So you should look at that as an opportunity to better yourself, ensure that you're going to be safe when you're out there working in the world of law enforcement. But the training is like I said, a aspect where it'll train you on everything you need to know to become a trooper.
Now, I understand you're going to have a booth at the upcoming Success Fair at the Huntington Bank Convention Center. That's on August 14th. How should people prepare for that?
If you're interested in law enforcement, I encourage you to come out. We'll be there. There'll be other law enforcement departments there as well. So we encourage you to come out and speak with us. Come prepared with questions. Ask us questions about our career, our experiences within the division. Ask us questions about how to become a trooper, what steps they can take to properly prepare themselves for that. So we encourage you to come prepared with questions. We offer ride-alongs. So if you're interested in a ride-along, we can assist you with that while you're there, getting you in the vehicle with a trooper. Couple hours to go out and just network and ask questions about the career as well. So come prepared with questions, come excited because it's a great opportunity for individuals to find career aspects or career opportunities.
How long have you been in a trooper and how'd you get your start?
So I've been employed with the division now approximately 14 years. I've always had an interest in law enforcement. The thing with the Ohio State Highway Patrol that I've found intriguing both prior to being employed but also employed is the opportunities. Kind of talked about the different roles and responsibilities that a trooper has. So it's a great opportunity for individuals who are passionate about making an impact in their communities. And this will give you that platform to do so, not only in your community, but statewide if you choose to.
I'm sure no day is the same, right? Every day is something different, right?
Absolutely. So every day, we always kind of laugh. You can go out, you work in the communities, you work outside. You get to kind of dictate your work day. We do get called to obviously crashes and calls, et cetera, for service, which is part of the job. But outside of that, officers are really given a lot of freedom to go out and make impacts in areas they're passionate about. And that's the important thing, is going out, making a positive impact in your communities, helping individuals in need, and just being that positive resource for the community.
Let's say I apply to become a trooper. I go through the training. I become a trooper. I'm from Cleveland. I want to stay in Cleveland. Can I have that option, or will I be transferred somewhere throughout Ohio?
Yeah, absolutely. So both, the yes to both, to be quite frank with you. We do have a patrol post here in Cleveland. We have surrounding patrol posts as well. So if you're from this area and you want to work and live in your communities, you're more than welcome to stay in this area and work. If you choose to seek other opportunities, whether it be transferring to other parts of the states, that opportunity is out there for you as well. So there's a lot of flexibility in terms of where an officer can be stationed, how long they can be stationed there, but we want officers to be in a place where they want to work and want to go out and make an impact in that community they live in.
Where can people go online to learn about applying?
Statepatrol.ohio.gov is our website. Our application process starts out online there. You would fill out a simple online application. Along with that, it would actually explain all the steps required in the hiring process to get you eligible to becoming a trooper. So you'll have different steps, whether it's our physical fitness testing, our multiple choice testing. You'll have a polygraph test and a background check. Eventually, through that vetting process, you'll be invited to join that academy. We do have an upcoming academy. It starts this October. So there's an opportunity for individuals to start employment here relatively pretty soon. And if that's something you're interested in, I encourage you to head to our website, meet with us here at the upcoming career fair, and we'll be happy to get you information and get you started in that process so we can get you going in our next training academy.
Trooper Josh Smith, we will see you August 14th in the Huntington Convention Center at that Success Fair. Thank you so much for joining me.
Look forward to it. Thank you so much.
It's a campaign from the Cleveland Public Library that celebrates the people of our city as a part of Cleveland's 230th birthday. The Cleveland 230 recognizes people whose work, leadership, and impact reflect our city. Here's the latest from the Cleveland Public Library.
Hello, everyone. I'm Leon Bibb, and I'm your guide as we explore the stories of the Cleveland 230. In celebration of Cleveland's 230th birthday, Cleveland Public Library is recognizing 230 individuals who have left a lasting impact on our city. Every day, Until the end of the year, Cleveland Public Library will recognize the people, past and present, who helped our city thrive and become a more inclusive, unified, one Cleveland. We continue our list this week by recognizing 7 leaders who empowered others. Number 25 is Russell Means, the first national director of AIM, the American Indian Movement, who used Cleveland as a launchpad for one of history's most significant Native American advocacy organizations. His early AIM meetings were held at St. John's Episcopal Church in Ohio City. When few knew of Cleveland's Native American community, Means changed the narrative, blocking a reenactment of Moses Cleveland's 1796 landing, suing the Cleveland baseball team over its imagery in 1972, and establishing an American Indian Center for longtime residents and federally relocated newcomers. At number 26 is Flora Stone Mather, a philanthropist who devoted her life and resources to empowering women through education and expanding Cleveland's social safety net. She was instrumental in establishing the College for Women at Western Reserve University, later renamed Mather College, in her honor, funding dormitories and facilities that made higher education accessible to women when few institutions welcomed them. Jane Edna Hunter, number 27, was a nurse and a social worker who arrived in Cleveland in 1905 during the Great Migration. Because the YWCA refused to house black women, she founded the Phyllis Wheatley Association in 1911, offering safe housing, job training, and social services to black women and girls with nowhere else to turn. Her autobiography, A Nickel and a Prayer, available at your library, tells the story of this sharecropper's daughter who empowered thousands to build independent, stable lives. Number 28 is Jan Thrope, a community activist driven by Cleveland's persistent ranking among the nation's poorest big cities. She organized ride-alongs for suburbanites to hear directly from city residents and created a giving circle to provide seed money for community-led ideas. Visit the Cleveland Public Library and check out her heartfelt books about community empowerment. Number 29 is Bonnie Entler, President and CEO of Seeds of Literacy. During her 23-year tenure, more than 16,000 adults, 88% living at or below the poverty line, have received free literacy training, and nearly 1,700 have earned their GED. Despite funding challenges, Entler has kept the doors open and the services free, ensuring that the opportunity to learn never carries a price tag. Number 30 is entrepreneur Laurice Purnell, who has made it his mission to empower Cleveland's black community through education and economic action. He founded the Real Black Friday, an initiative that strengthens and unifies black-owned businesses in Northeast Ohio. Through his free financial literacy classes and community organizing, Purnell teaches Clevelanders how to plan, invest, and build generational wealth. Number 31 is Tom O'Brien, Director of Neighborhood Connections, who has spent nearly 2 decades putting resources directly into Cleveland residents' hands. The organization believes that those most impacted by inequity are best positioned to develop solutions. By combining community organizing with resident-led grant-making, he has created a unique model that empowers Clevelanders to make lasting change. There's much more to come. Each week we'll share more names and show how they left a lasting mark on Cleveland. The 230 list is part of One Cleveland, a civic pride campaign launched by Cleveland Public Library and 230 partners. To learn more, follow Cleveland Public Library's social media channels, visit your local library campus, or visit cpl.org for daily features, a list of recommended books, and One Cleveland resources.
Thanks for watching TV20 News. As we continue to celebrate TV20's 40th anniversary, tune in next week to see Kiara Cotton and I from a Cleveland landmark somewhere in the city. You can follow TV20 Cleveland on Instagram and Facebook, or subscribe to our YouTube page. You can also watch our live stream at clevelandohio.gov/TV20. We'll see you next time, Cleveland.